What up, y'all? It's your boy Said Linus checking in once again. We are here, Virtue.News Sports. We are doing the Week 7 preview. And you know we're doing it a little bit late, but it's okay. We are still going to hit you guys with a great preview. We usually like to do this before the Thursday night game, but it seems as though that we are doing this on a Friday, so we're going to talk about the Steelers and Bengals game. But before we get into that, we're going to talk about we are on the Fanbase app live in the audio room. Make sure you download the Fanbase app. Make sure that you join the camp, Virtue.News Sports. Make sure you follow Said Linus at Said Linus, so that you are notified when we go live, so that you can chime in on the show. You know what I'm saying? Express yourself about what you think is happening in the NFL. And then also we are sponsored by Virtue.News. Make sure you log on to Virtue.News to get all of your news publications. And Virtue.News is very, very, very aware of what's going on in the world. You can stay in the know going to Virtue.News. Now, this is the NFL Week 7 preview. We're going to go ahead and hop right into it. Last night, now, the storyline behind this game was pretty much the Steelers against the Bengals. Now, all in the same division as the Browns. The Browns traded Joe Flacco to the Bengals. Okay? Bengals needed a quarterback very bad because Browning was not playing well, and it looked like their season was in the tank. Joe Flacco was not playing well for the Browns. So the Browns did a interdivisional trade, and which is very rare. Usually you don't trade guys to people in your same division. Now, Mike Tomlin weighed in on this, and Mike Tomlin said he said that they must be smarter than everybody else, because why would you trade a guy who you thought was the Week 1 starter for your team? He was good enough to be the Week 1 starter for your team, and now somehow he's good enough to trade to a division rival. And maybe the Browns thought they were really just getting rid of a guy, but the Bengals had him start the first game he was there. The man was only there 10 days. And they end up beating the Pittsburgh Steelers 33-31 in kind of a shootout game. Wasn't a lot of defense being played in this game. So let's look at Joey Flacco's stats. 31 for 47, 3 touchdowns. The running back Brown had 108 yards. Aaron Rodgers was 23 for 43, 4 touchdowns, 2 picks. One got ripped right out of the hands of DK Metcalf. Jamar Chase had 16 receptions for a touchdown. Joey Flacco was really looking at Jamar Chase the whole time, and Jamar Chase caught whatever he wanted to catch. The Steelers defense really had no answer for Jamar Chase or T. Higgins or Joey Flacco in the passing game. And also didn't have any couldn't stop the run. Both of these teams, the defense didn't play that well. Let's just say that. But this leads me to believe, how was Joey Flacco playing so great in this one game with the Bengals? Now, this could be a flash in the pan, what they call it, where Joey Flacco's going to play just like he played against the Browns, play with the Browns, and look that way going forward. But, you know, you capture lightning in a bottle one time, and this was his one game. Maybe. But also maybe there's something wrong with the Browns. And that's what you have to start examining now. Is there something wrong with the Browns? I mean, of course, many people listening are going to say yes, but it looks like they really mishandled this whole quarterback situation. And I'm going to tell you right now, if the Browns don't beat the Dolphins, I would get rid of Stefanski. I would sit down Dylan Gabriel. I would start Shador with a new interim head coach. Not saying that Dylan Gabriel's not the problem, not saying that you can't put him back in, but we need to see what else is going on in that organization. We need to see if Shador has a place here. Can he outplay Dylan Gabriel? Because if you lose to the Dolphins, that's really saying something. And also, you need to be figuring out what type of draft position you want to have. Do you want to get drafted high? I mean, you want to go for another quarterback because you looked at Dylan Gabriel and looked at Shador and neither one of them are it to you? Or do you want to, you know what I'm saying? You have to figure these things out. The earlier you do, the better you are. So then we got Eagles versus Vikings game on Sunday. This is at 12 o'clock Eastern. This is a really big game for both of these teams. Even though the Philadelphia Eagles are 4-2, Minnesota Vikings are 3-2. This is a very, very, very big game. And I feel like I haven't seen the Vikings play for a very long time. But if the Vikings win this game, this really puts them in a certain level of contention. You start to talk about them. You start to talk about, okay, what are we going to do with J.J. McCarthy? In which they're locked in him. He's their guy. And I believe he is their guy as well. But you don't want to put the guy out there if he's not 100%. He's had a lot of time to heal. And then if the Eagles lose this game, you have to start looking at the Eagles like they really have a problem, which I don't think they do. But I feel like you start to look at them like they really have a problem, especially I'm going to say defensively, because that defense not holding up is the reason why their offense has to play much faster than they would normally would. Jalen Hurts is 117 for 172 on the year, 8 touchdowns, 1 pick, 1,172 yards. Saquon Barkley 325 for the year, three touchdowns. Carson Wentz 69 for 100, 5 touchdowns, 2 picks, 759 yards. Justin Jefferson 29 receptions, 1 TD, 449 yards. This is going to be a really good game. Please keep your eye on that game. I'm still picking the Eagles to win that game, even though it's in Minneapolis. We got the Washington Commanders going to Dallas, playing against the Dallas Cowboys. You know, I'm from Virginia. You're never going to turn down a Redskins versus Cowboys type game. This is, to me, this is the pinnacle of rivalry in the NFL. Commanders and Cowboys. That's it. What better rivalry is there in the NFL? But this is a good game as well, because both of these teams are really on the brink. I think the Commanders are a much better team than the Cowboys. I just think that Jaden Daniels was hurt. He came back. That game against the Chicago Bears, I told you guys, it is going to haunt the Commanders, because they will be sitting at 4-2 right now. We will be talking about them in a totally different way. But in the NFC East, you don't want to get caught too far behind, because the Giants are winning games as well. And you know what the Eagles are doing. So this is a must-win game. I think that the Washington Commanders can get this game, go to 4-3. They can go ahead and start moving in the right direction. If the Cowboys win it, then I think we're going to be looking at NFC East division, who are going to finish with a lot of teams in the same with the same record. And the NFC East is known to just beat up on each other so much that's what we might have. We might have a bunch of teams who are very close around to the 500 win percentage in the NFC East. But I do think that the Commanders and I do think that the Eagles are the two best teams in that division. But Jaden Daniels is hurt, so 77 for 124, 7 TDs, 1 pick. Dak Prescott 164 for 229, 13 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 1,617 yards. We all know Dak puts up really great numbers, but we call them empty calorie numbers because a lot of times they do not affect winning. Krosky Merritt has to stop fumbling the football, plain and simple. And the Washington Commanders will be in a way better situation, but we will see what happens with that game. Moving on to the Falcons against the 49ers. Michael Penix Jr., 98 for 157, 4 touchdowns, 3 picks, 1,168 yards. Mac Jones, 1,252 yards for 113 of 168, 6 touchdowns, 3 picks. I think the Falcons are on notice, which means that I think people are not taking them lightly anymore. So I don't think the San Francisco 49ers are going to take them lightly, and that's why I think the 49ers are actually going to come out with the win. But Bijan Robinson is looking very great. 83 carries, 2 touchdowns for 484 yards on the year. The 49ers lost Fred Warner, who led them in tackles with 51. Nick Bosa is out for the year as well. This is a very, very, very rough year. Brock Purdy has already been ruled out of this game. Ricky Pearsall has already been ruled out of this game. So the 49ers are still hobbling. But with all that said, I think they're going to really take this game seriously and go ahead and get this win. Still got the 49ers winning this game. They will go to 5-2. Atlanta Falcons will be around 3-3. But Atlanta Falcons are playing really well. I'm very proud of that ball club right there. We're going to move over to the Buccaneers and the Detroit Lions. The Buccaneers got to go to Detroit. They got who I have number 1 in the MVP category, Baker Mayfield, 129 for 195 yards, 12 TDs, 1 pick. They need to get some of their receivers back too, but Egbuka is playing great. He's questionable. 27 receptions, 5 TDs. Bucky Irvin, doubtful, 71 carries for 237 yards. I do not believe in the Buccaneers defense, which is going to make it hard for them to get this win. But I'm still going with Detroit. I do believe Detroit is going to win at home, and they're going to really make a statement. Jared Goff, 132 for 174, 1,390 yards. He's having a heck of a season, 14 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 44 receptions, 6 touchdowns, 452 yards. They have a couple of guys. Gibbs, 87 carries, 4 touchdowns, 390 yards. They have guys who could be very well high up in the MVP race. You know, my MVP list, I got Amon-Ra St. Brown up there. But I do believe the Detroit Lions will win. I believe the Buccaneers have faced a lot of very tough opponents all in the road. They have a really tough schedule. They were able to pull the game out against the 49ers last week. But like I say, I'm very concerned about that defense and how they just give up so many points. So I am going to pick Detroit Lions. But Detroit Lions are going to have to outscore the Buccaneers because Buccaneers can score with the best of them. And then we're going to go with Monday night game, the Texans versus the Seattle Seahawks. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit disappointed in the Texans this year. 2-3, not really giving us anything to be really excited about. But this is a big win. They need this win. They need this win. You don't want to fall too far behind. I know it's early and it's only week 7, but we're getting close to the midpoint of the season. You do not want to fall too far behind in this league. Sam Darnold, 114 for 161, 11 touchdowns, 3 picks for 1,541 yards. He's looking great. He was drafted very high. He's a living example of how sometimes you can draft someone and they, how can I say it? They don't pan out early and people start to give up on them. And then as they go through a few different teams, really learn how to be a professional, they start to come into their own. They start to play very well. This is 2 years in a row that Sam Darnold is playing great. So, and they got Smith and Jigba, who is having a very great year, 42 receptions, 3 touchdowns. And they have a really good defense over there with the Seattle Seahawks. I am going with Seattle Seahawks. I think they're going to win. They're going to go to 5-2. The NFC West is going to have a terrific division. I mean, they're going to have a few 5-2 teams. Rams probably. Maybe if they can get past the Jaguars. You got Seattle. You got the 49ers. I think Texans are actually moving in the other direction. I don't see them being able to come out with a win for this game. Now, just resetting the room really quick. This is the NFL Week 7 preview. This is at Said Linus. I am recording this in the Virtue app, so make sure you download. I mean, not the Virtue app, the Fanbase app. So make sure you download Fanbase, the Fanbase app. You're monetized from day one on Fanbase, so you can earn money with your content from day one. So Virtue.news Sports is the camp that's on Fanbase. Make sure you follow that camp so that you can be alerted every time we go live. And follow me at Said Linus. I'm a Fanbase ambassador. And you earn money with loves here. And this show is also sponsored by Virtue.news, which is a great online publication. We're going to do our power rankings, and then we're going to go ahead and close out the show. This is the power rankings through Week 6 ahead of Week 7. Coming in at number 5, I got the Buffalo Bills. Yes, they lost 2 games in a row. Don't feel like Josh Allen has really played that well. Don't feel like their defense has held up that well. But I do still have them at number 5. At number 4, I got the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm sorry. I know I'm not supposed to have them that high. They're just 3-3. But they look better than any other team right now. I'm sorry, they look better than any other team right now. I feel like they're really hitting a stride. I got them at number 4. Number 3, I got the Eagles, because I think that all it takes is them to just get back to their running first, managing the clock, excuse me, winning ways. And I think the Eagles will be fine. They just got to get back to run first, pass second, and block out all the narrative of the league about them being boring and them not passing the ball enough, and if A.J. Brown is okay, things of that nature. Block all of that out and simply just go out there and win. Number 2, I got the Indianapolis Colts. Daniel Jones, Jonathan Taylor. What a great combination. One of the combinations that we didn't even know that we needed in the NFL. But right now they are 5-1 and they look really good. They've beaten who they're supposed to beat. They have some tough games coming up, so we will see exactly how great they are. But number 2, I have the Colts. And number 1, I got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I mean, they beat the 49ers. They lost to the Eagles, but they beat a lot of tough teams. They beat the Seattle Seahawks. They beat a lot of tough teams this year. And so Baker Mayfield is also number 1 in my MVP ranking. So had to have Buccaneers number 1 as the best team in the NFL through Week 6. Make sure you guys check me out next week on Tuesday. We will do the Week 7 recap. Also, you can find me on YouTube at Virtue News Sports. And you can find us anywhere there are podcasts. My name is Said Linus, and I am signing out. All right, peace.